So one night I decided to go to a local event here in Jacksonville called the Yellowbird Connect. I sat next to a guy named Bruce. Bruce and I started talking about real estate and our businesses, and he had just bought a franchise business where he would wholesale real estate deals, meaning he would get properties under contract and then flip those contracts to other investors. I told him I'd probably be interested in purchasing a house from him, and he said he had a deal coming up and he would keep me posted. So we hit it off that night, but we went our separate ways. We exchanged phone numbers, and a few weeks later, lo and behold, he called me up and said, here's this house that had almost burnt down and needed a ton of work. So I pulled up the house and I saw it was in a really, really amazing neighborhood with homes from anywhere from about $300,000 to $400,000, maybe even $500,000 or so, right by their water. So I remember first walking in this house. I mean, these people were hoarders on top of it being completely burnt down. I remember climbing over piles of junk just to see one blackened room after another. I could almost taste the charred drywall from the fire. But I saw true potential even in this property's worst state. Flipping this piece of property was truly a story of rags to riches, and I can't wait for you to see it. So you've watched the vlogs, you've seen a little bit of the process of this house. I've put close to $200,000 into this property. I bought it for $169,000. A little bit of origination fees for the hard money loan, a little bit of closing fees there. But this is ultimately a masterpiece of residential construction. Of course, I'm a commercial general contractor, but this is J-Lane Properties, not J-Lane Construction. So I've put high-end finishes into this thing. I've reframed the whole floor plan, all new roof, all new windows, all new mechanical, electrical, plumbing. There's 3 buildings on this property. I've added mini split ductless HVAC units to those 2 extra buildings. I've bought it as a 3, 2.5, and made it into a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Let's take a look at the inside. So this house completely burnt down to the studs, but it didn't affect the studs. So I came in, I ripped out every single square inch of charred drywall, and then started with my mechanical rough. So as you can see, we completely reframed this entire house. So if you remember this house that burnt down a couple vlogs ago, this is called the Palmer flip. This was a room, that was a room, that was not a room, we made it a room. That's like with the 4th bedroom out of 5. This was all walls. There was an HVAC closet right here. That was this whole thing with like a door. Removed that, put the HVAC into the attic, reframed this whole ceiling of the hallway higher. We brought in beautiful quartz. I mean, designed this whole kitchen layout. Beautiful faucets. We even have a little magnetic thing and a push button garbage disposal and a soap dispenser. But there's so many fine details to this house. But it's all about the floor plan and how we opened the whole thing up, pulled the right permits, got the LVL, laminated veneer lumber beams. In here we have one going from bearing on this corner to that corner, and then from this, we bucketed into the one that I just told you about and brought it into bearing above this wall over here. So it was kind of like a big T, and we opened up the entire floor plan to where there doesn't need to be all these cross walls. We put a brand new 3.5 ton HVAC unit in, as well as a Rinnai tankless gas powered water heater. So we didn't have natural gas tie-in at the road, so we brought in an LP liquid propane tank, and it also served as a great spot for our lock boxes. After all the framing, which in and of itself was so complex, raising all these door headers to be the right height, adding this attic access, just raising all the ceilings, reframing the entire floor plan of like the LVLs that I told you about earlier. After all that was done, not even including all the window adjustments that we had to do, and the bucking and the framing and the backing and the trim and everything, and making it look beautiful like it does today, we started roughing in all the electrical and the mechanical, which is all the ductwork and everything like that, and of course the plumbing. So this whole floor we had to reinforce structurally, And then we came in and roughed in all the plumbing. We came up with this layout, sorry for the echo, and then moved this, we even framed this whole wall so this tub would fit and it would make sense with the window. And then this other bedroom, this was actually a Jack and Jill bathroom. Everything is now pocket door, but this was a wreck. The shower was over here, which you can see we moved it over here. But what we did here on the other side, we added a laundry room, so it's not like out in the garage, it's like in the house now. We roughed in the toilet, the vanity, the shower, built a beautiful shower curb with all matte black finishes, added the pocket door, and then walled off where the other Jack and Jill was from that bedroom. And this is the laundry room that we made into the hallway of this house. So when I first walked in this door, I had to crawl over a mound of things. When I first looked at this house, it was completely burnt down, and not burnt down, but charred on the inside. And stepped over and there was this doorway leading to this crazy extra room that looked like kind of like maybe someone added it on in the past. What I decided to do, and I actually had help from Alan, and he helped me kind of like draw out a floor plan. What we did was we walled that off. We added this kind of bedroom closet, but what that did in turn was all this space is now the master bedroom's closet. So this is the master bedroom closet. Of course, everything has a pocket door and it's a nice size. It's not the largest closet in the world, but it's a good size closet. But what we did with this room made it the entire master bathroom ensuite. So what we did was we walled off, there was a door right here leading down to back steps, just completely walled it off, demoed the steps. This, on both sides of this room, was an entire set of windows on this side and that side. We completely bricked that over, and I left a little bit. If you see, the windows are like a 2 foot by 6 foot or so area, so it just lets a little bit of the light in, and it gives more of a private feel for this bathroom. And the shower, as you can see, is just completely awesome, and like the coolest part of this house is this bathroom. Double shower head. As we're roughing everything in, I'm like, how much extra just to run a couple extra lines, for the supply and everything for the extra shower head, and it was totally worth it. And just went with a more simplistic design on the frameless glass. And yeah, as you can see, everything's matte black and beautiful with storage in the pantry, and it's awesome. So this was a window in the master bedroom here. We made it into a door, so there's now 3 exterior doors in the house. Then we got this beautiful back deck. We added a handrail, made a nice walkway to get to the garage. We also poured this beautiful concrete walkway, which designers myself and worked with the guys and drew everything out on paper. And this is all brand new concrete, everything you see here. Connected by a roof to the side of the house out the kitchen door is this whole extra building, which was awesome. We did all new framing, insulation, drywall, painting, windows. We added a sub panel, a closet. We did all brand new doors. There's 2 doors in this room, this bedroom. We even added LED lighting and a ductless mini split HVAC. So even the electrical portion of this project, for example, this meter can is it was so complex to get all of it done correctly and get JEA out here to get it all finalized and approved. And we had a temp power pole that we needed to have operational for the power to get the project completed. And so the disconnect of that and getting our electrical final in the midst of COVID and all these different things that happened. That's why this project took so long, was COVID really put a damper. For about 2 months, couldn't get the permits approved. Nobody was in the building plans office working. It was just this complex situation of project management, having superintendents out here. I mean, it just turned into a massive project, but it's done now. I'm so glad I could show you the walkthrough. I would love if you would like and comment all the good things on the YouTube channel or wherever you're watching this, and stay tuned for future videos. I'm gonna run through Inwood video with Alan. We actually sold that house a month or so ago, so we'll make a video on that soon. Thanks for watching.